Has it ever happened to you that you want to implement new habits into your lifestyle to live healthier, more productive, feeling better, but you think you're doing good, you think you are following all the steps, and out of nowhere you get out of rhythm and it just stops happening for you? I've been there many times. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about habits. I can't say I have learned from my mistakes. Right now I am implementing habits that do make me feel a lot better. And the most important thing is how to stick to these new habits. So I'm going to mention each habit that I'm implementing into my life and what I do to keep this habit into my life. So the first habit is, I think, the most important for me, because out of these habits come all the other good habits that I do in my life, is waking up early. This depends really on how early is it necessary for you to wake up, because many people talk about waking up at 5 a.m. or maybe 5:30, but it really has to do with what kind of lifestyle you live. It has to do with what time you go to work, if you take care of your kids, it has to do with many things depending on your lifestyle. So I don't think it's a one size fits all type of time that we should all wake up. But I do realize, at least for me, waking up at least at 6 a.m. it's vital for doing my other healthy habits, as well as having tranquility in my morning and having just a very soothing, peaceful, mindful morning, instead of literally waking up 1 hour before I have to go to work. When you wake up late or close to the time that you have to leave, it's kind of like your mindset just goes blah. You don't care about your outfit, you don't care about having a healthy breakfast, you don't care basically about anything. I do feel that I need time in the morning, specifically because I'm a morning person. That's also why I'm talking about this. There are people who might not be really morning people and that they absolutely cannot function during the morning, and better to sleep and function better in the afternoon than in the morning, right? If you are like a morning person too, waking up really early when you're the most productive, the most motivated, it's the best. So for me, I had been waking up late-ish for the past 4 months. I was not working out, I was not eating healthy, I was rushing, I was not feeling calm in my morning, so I went stressed to work and everything was bad. I started this new habit recently, and I do have to say that even though it's difficult to wake up in the morning at an early time, it's so good for you. So what are the tips for keeping this habit up? If you're like me, you will just snooze 1,000 times and keep on sleeping until you actually want to wake up. I do have a few tricks to wake up early either way. The first one is to try to go to bed early. In the first moments it's going to be hard because you're used to going to bed late, but try to kind of set the mood for you to go to bed around 9 or 10, so that you really start to get in that mood of sleep. The next tip is to remind yourself in the night why you want to wake up early. Be really determined in your mind, because that determination might last you all the way through to the morning. And once your brain wakes up and you're conscious again, a little bit of that information might still be there, that you are determined to wake up for a specific reason. I personally keep a list of at least a few reasons why I want to wake up early in the morning, and I keep it in my closet so that I can see it as soon as my eyes open. And that will remind me of my determination of why do I want to do this? Why do I want to wake up early and not just hit the snooze button? And the last tip to keep this habit up is to get moving and drink water first thing in the morning. I keep a glass next to my bed, and the first thing I do is drink water. That allows me to sit up and get something refreshing in my body, that I haven't been hydrated the entire night. And then I just step out of the bed and go to the treadmill to get my blood going. I don't run or anything, I'm just going to walk because you cannot run while you're half asleep. So those are the things I do to remind me to wake up early and keep that habit going. I think for me, the most important one is the determination aspect of it. The next habit is to get moving. This has to do with waking up early, because for me, working out and moving my body is really a morning thing. I'm not really a person that likes a lot to do workouts in the evening, so if I don't do it in the morning, there's like a 90% chance that I'm not going to do it in the evening. So for sure, doing it in the morning is the most efficient thing for me. As I said, I'm a morning person, so you really have to know yourself and you have to know when you feel the most active. I have tried many things throughout the years. I have been a gym girl, I have tried cardio, I have tried yoga and Pilates, I have tried many things. I have finally found a really good combination that works for me, and I think that's something that you have to find too for yourself. So what I have divided my get moving morning is, first I do my 15 minutes in the treadmill. Again, it's not a lot. I'm not a cardio person. I hate cardio, so you will not find me running for an entire hour. That's just not me. So again, you have to know yourself. And then I do a workout from my Fit app. I think it's called the Fit app. I'm not sure. I will show it to you. I did pay a subscription for this app, a yearly subscription, and I can access many types of workouts I want. As I mentioned, there's a lot to build muscle there, but I kind of wanted one workout that would work more with muscle, but also functionality and flexibility. So I chose a workout that is called Fit Flow, which is kind of like a mix between functional workouts and yoga, and I think that works really good for me. It's like two of my favorite things in one. It kind of really gets my blood going, gets my muscles working, and also I do a lot of stretching, which helps me relax. So my main recommendation for you to keep this habit up is to really find the activities that you like doing. So like, don't try to force yourself to do something that you really don't like. Just because it's good for you, or like if you like walking, then do that. Dancing, then do that. If you like weightlifting, then do that. Of course, always try to keep a little bit of cardio going in there because it is important, but really try to find things that you enjoy and that you like. So also another very important tip for keeping up with your habits is to know that your brain saying no to something that is good for you is only temporary. Once you start doing the thing just by a little bit, you put on your workout clothes and you just step on that treadmill and you say to yourself, okay, I will do just 5 minutes. And then you end up doing triple or double or 4 times as much. It's very important to stay disciplined. Prove to yourself that you can do what you're supposed to do, that you can accomplish the habits that you want on your daily life. So even if that day you just feel like doing 5 minutes, go and do 5 minutes of moving, but do something, at least stretch a little bit, get your body going. And if at the end of that stretch you don't want to keep going, then that's fine. But I'm pretty sure, because it has happened to me many times, that I don't want to move at all, I don't want to work out. But then I start moving, and out of nowhere I ended up a half an hour workout, and I just feel good about myself. Another habit I'm trying to implement, and this one is even more difficult for me than working out, is to eat and cook more at home. Specifically because I'm a person that has a lot of cravings. I'm a very impulsive person, so if out of nowhere I want specific flavor, I will go out and get that specific flavor. I'm trying that if I get a craving or I just feel really bad, like I want something specific, that I can either do it at home or switch it for something a little bit healthier. The problem with eating out for me is, one, that it does affect my budget a lot because I eat out almost every day. So definitely eating out that much will affect your budget by a lot. And number 2, always something that is prepared by you is going to be healthier than something prepared outside. In restaurants, they want to give you the best flavor, so they might use a lot of butter, they might use a lot of oils or sugars, And even though it's super tasty, you might end up not having the best health because of this reason. Do try to follow some really easy, tasty recipes, try out new things. I try to have at least the main ingredients at my home so that I can always reach out for something and not having to go to the groceries all the time. Another thing I do is buy food in bulk at Costco so that, again, I don't have to go out to supermarket every single day to buy something specific. And I know what some of my favorite meals are, so I will definitely get those products more consistently than others. Those are the things I'm trying to do to keep up with this habit. And also to make it measurable is good. Kind of like 3 or 4 chances to go eat outside, but the rest you have to cook at home. So that's what I'm trying to do, to put a limit to it, to measure it, and that way I can see my progress. So the new habit I'm implementing is to work focus for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute rest, then do it again, take a 5-minute rest, and then do it again, and then take a little bit of a longer rest. I have 2 ways of working. One is really burning myself out and doing it all in 3 hours or 4 hours straight. And the other is really like I do 5 minutes of work and then I'm distracted, and again, and then I'm distracted. So I want to be a little bit more consistent with my work and the organization of my work, that the work that I do is focused, and I know the moments that I can be distracted. I know the moments that I can browse through my phone or talk to someone. This is an attempt to put a little bit of more organization into my lifestyle. Having this rule of me focusing for a few minutes on a task helps me advance in things that I want to advance and not just have everything as a chaos and get nothing done really. And that's what I'm trying to do. This requires, of course, a lot of discipline and a lot of focus. But what I'm doing to maintain this habit is to kind of set times during my day when I'm going to do those things. One of them is in the morning after my workout, so that I don't have to leave things for later. That is just not effective for me, so I'm trying to be a little bit more focused. Another habit that I've been implementing is to tidy up in the morning and at night. Waking up early gives me the chance to have time to tidy up a little bit, maybe some clothes that I left on the couch, or maybe some dishes that I left in the sink and that need to be put in the dishwasher. So really tidy up a little bit so that your day feels a lot more free and organized and better. And also I do this at night because we both work partially from home. Our house tends to be a mess at night. So definitely before going to bed, I try to take at least like 10 to 15 minutes to tidy up a little bit. I mean, it doesn't have to be squeaky clean, but it can be a little bit more picked up and looking a bit more neat. And that is definitely something that helps your energy flow a lot better. I mean, I still have to do a lot of organization. I still have to do a lot of decluttering around my home, but one thing I'm trying to do is at least tidy up so that our home looks a bit more neat and our energy can flow easier. And the tip to keep this habit up is to, again, just as in your workout, stand up and put one thing away, see how that feels. And maybe you want to do some more, and maybe you want to clean the table a little bit, maybe you want to dust an old bookshelf. I don't know, like try to do a little action that will take you to the next step. Another thing that I do, just turn my brain off, kind of like when you brush your teeth and you just know you have to do it, and just turn my brain off, and then I just go and start putting them in their rightful place. And out of nowhere, I'm really in the mood to finish what I was doing. I have to admit, some other days, but that might not happen. Some other days I might not be in the mood to finish. At least I tied it up a little bit, and that's what I'm saying. Try to do at least a little bit of the task you need to do. Another habit that I'm implementing, and I think this one I've been implementing already since a year ago when I discovered budgeting, and I never ever did this before, and to no surprise, I was really drowning in debt. Budgeting has been really like a roller coaster for me. I have had really good budgeting times when I saved a lot of money. I managed to pay a lot to my credit cards, but I came to a little bit of a disbalance a couple months ago because I found a really good store. So that's for another day, that's another topic. But I do acknowledge that budgeting helped me a lot to be better with my finances, feel more secure, feel more calm. And this is something that I still do, even now that I don't have savings anymore. I did use up all of my savings, but I'm getting back to having them and to having a little bit more calm in my life about my finances. And budgeting is one really big step towards that. What I like to do really is in the night, just while I'm watching something that maybe it's in the background I don't care so much about, I start checking my accounts. I start checking how much I've spent on certain things, and I check if it's according to my budget. That is a habit that I never did before, and that is so important, to not just live with your money as if it's endless. I mean, honestly, we have to be more aware of where our money goes, and we have to be a bit more aware of what are our weak points. What are we spending so much on? That's why I noticed that I was spending a lot on eating outside. It came to a really big number compared to what I had appointed to my budget. So you kind of, when you track your expenses, you kind of notice what are the things that you're going overboard, what are the things that need a little bit more controlling, that need maybe more rules to keep to your budget and to achieve your financial goals. I don't know if this is really a habit. It's more something that I do like 3 to 4 times a year, which is to declutter an area of my home. Why I think this is important is because our lives are always changing. We are always in need of things, and also have things that no longer work for us. And that is in every aspect of our lives. It can be in our kitchen, in our closet, books, DVDs, anything that you might just be storing away, and you might just need so much space to store it. I'm not really a minimalist, but for me, having little things that are functional to me and that are really the things that I use is very important. Otherwise, I feel like I just have things around me that are useless. I mean, I do keep sentimental items, and I do keep things that I think might work for the future, but honestly, I do declutter a lot of things because I'm a kind of person that needs to have a clean energy, clean space, and not just a cluttered area where I don't even know what I have or why I have it. So for me, decluttering not only my closet, as you have seen in one of my videos, but also other areas of my home, even my pantry. Every once in a while you might have expired products and not even know it. It's very important for me, and this is actually something that I enjoy. It's not really something that I have to force myself to do, because I really enjoy decluttering. I think it gives me a lot of satisfaction and it makes me feel good. So I do like a good declutter. Another habit is to try to reduce carbs. Again, this really depends on what type of eater you are. You might be more of a salty tooth than a sweet tooth, but I think we all love carbs, right? Like, carbs are just the best. But let's be honest, carbs in excess, at least to me, they make me feel lousy. Also, bad quality carbs make me feel lousy. Really stick to the healthy carbs, and even with the healthy carbs, try to reduce them. I used to eat a lot of carbs, and I was feeling it in my body, and it was not making me feel good. I was getting very bloated, and I decided to kind of change that situation, switching to healthier carbs and also eating a little bit less of the damaging carbs, you know, white flours and refined sugars, things like that. I mean, I still eat carbs, really. Maybe I should do a separate video about it to explain further on my diet. If that's something you would be interested on, let me know in the comments below. That has to do more with my health. So when it comes to food, instead of saying I'm on a diet, I like to apply certain rules for myself, like try to add more veggies, try to eat less carbs, try to avoid a specific thing. I try not to be very harsh or very extreme with what I eat. So I really try to keep a balance in what I eat, and this works really well for me. Setting certain rules for my food, that is definitely one of my other habits that I'm implementing into my life at the moment. As I mentioned, this type of habits, that these are mine, but you might take some of these and have some others yourself. The fact that you give yourself habits to keep up and care about your health and care about your person is something that is just going to make you feel so good and is going to take you to the next level of your life. As you may have seen, I did not mention some other really common habits such as meditating, because I have to admit I'm not really good at that yet. Maybe at some point I will be, but the point is to really know yourself and to know what are the things that you want to implement in your life. Any good change that you do in your life will be worth it. It has to do with your lifestyle, with how you feel, with how you want to feel in the near future. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me in another video. If you like this kind of content, please do subscribe and hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. So I will see you in the next time.